G'day everyone and welcome back to another video on the channel, and in today's video we are going to be going through my finals week 1 AFL predictions for season 2022. The finals are here, they've arrived, and well, what a better way to get into the final series content than running you through my finals week 1 tips. So now obviously I did do my entirety of my season predictions last week, that's already uploaded on the channel. However, now we have to really dive deep into the games and we have to take it week by week. So for week 1 we start off with the opening game between the Brisbane Lions and the Richmond Tigers, 7:20 PM Thursday at the Gabba, and realistically the Brizzy Lions should get it done, but based on, well, just their real shaky form in the season and based on Richmond's just real consistent great brand of footy they've been playing, you know, the Tigers, yeah, they should definitely get this done. And although it's at the Gabba, if we take a look at previous finals games at the Gabba for Brisbane, it's just not a good look at all, and we have seen Brisbane and Richmond, both of these two teams exactly at the Gabba in final series over the past few years. We've seen Richmond get it done the majority of the time. Richmond are favourites coming to this game, and well, Brisbane just don't seem to perform heading into finals week 1. They were down by 33 points last year against the D's in finals week 1, and they just can't seem to keep their consistent form from the home and away season and bring it into finals. So for me, I reckon Richmond should be able to get this one done. Going to back in the Tigers to get it done by 21 points on the road. Now, it would be a little bit of a shock if we did see the Brizzy Lions get it done, and especially, well, when they haven't been the best in final series at the Gabba. And yeah, it'll just be a pretty big shock if they got it done over a real informed, consistent Richmond side. Now we head to the Friday game, which is the D's and the Sydney Swans at the MCG, 7:50 PM. Now, the D's favourites to get this one done, and I believe the D's should realistically get this done at their home venue, but you say that, and we look back earlier in the year where the Swans defeated the D's at the G, but that is when the D's were going through a bit of a shaky bit of form in their year, and I feel like, well, the D's, we saw it last year, they were a completely different side in the final series. They tore teams to shred. They beat the Geelong Cats by nearly 100 points in a final, which is just absolutely insane. Now, I don't think it's the same scenario as last year, obviously. Yeah, I feel like the D's have dropped off a little bit from their form last year, and well, I'd love to see the D's in their dominant form again, but I just don't really want them to just take control of the entire final series, and I think they will be a bit hungry. Obviously this year they chased the flag last year and were able to get it done, but the Swans coming in with a young list, and they've been playing really consistent, good brand of footy. At the SCG, I'd be backing in the Swans to get this done, but at the MCG, heading into finals, I reckon the D's are just a little bit more of a promising side than the Swans. Although the Swans got it done earlier in the year, I'm going to back in the D's to get this done by 15 points. And the Swans, well, they have been a terrific side this year. They've come up, they've finished 3rd on the ladder, which is crazy. Top 4 finish for the Swans, well, top 3 finish as well. The Swans have been outstanding, but the D's, I reckon, just get over the line because of home ground advantage. Now we head into the last 2 games of the round, obviously only 4 games heading into the finals series. We've got the Geelong Cats taking on the Collingwood Magpies, Saturday, 4:35. Everyone's been having a bit of a cry about the time slot for this matchup, and well, it certainly would be better on a Friday night, but what can you do? 4:35 PM it is for the Cats and the Pies at the MCG. This is going to be bloody interesting. We saw the Pies really take it up to the Cats earlier in the year at the G, and the Cats were just able to cruise past the Pies by, I think, a little over 2 goals in the home and away season. Now it comes to finals, and Collingwood, well, they probably haven't had the end of the year that they've wanted to. If they beat Sydney away from home, everything would be 100% perfect, but that caused a little bit of alarm bells and a little bit of a reality check for the Pies, losing that one against the Swans at the SCG. Other than that, well, obviously they've won, 12 in a row before that, so yeah, pretty much that's the only concern heading into the final series is when they lost against the Swans at the SCG in pretty unconvincing fashion, and taking on the minor premiers in the Geelong Cats, who have been, well, certainly the most consistent and just brilliant sides, probably the most brilliant side we've seen this year. The Cats sitting on top of the table, and with $1.43 favourites to get this done at the MCG, I should be backing in the Cats to get it done. I'm pretty sure I backed it in on my video last week where I predicted the entirety of the final series. I think I did back in the Cats to get it done at the MCG. Well, it's going to be really interesting to see how this happens, because obviously we've seen Collingwood be competing and just winning close games left, right and centre, and if they can bring that into finals, well, bloody hell, it'll be heart attack essential for the Pies fans. But I think into the finals, the Cats should get it done. We've seen the Cats been a bit shaky in finals series in the past. Whenever it comes up to the prelims, they get a bit shaky, but finals week 1, they've been, well, really consistent over the past few years, the Cats, and, well, I reckon they should be able to get it done as favourites at the MCG. However, I know the Cats do play brilliant at the G, and they can really tear Collingwood to shreds. This could be another reality check for the Pies heading into finals footy. Obviously, whoever loses this still has the double chance, and whoever loses this game will face off against the winner of the Dockers and the Dogs. However, I'm going to back in the Cats to get it done by 3 goals. I feel like 3 goals is a respectable margin. It's not too high and it's not too low, and obviously in terms of finals games, the scoring is a lot lower. The margins are usually smaller. I could be a bit nice to the Pies, giving them only a 3-goal loss. I reckon this could range to a 40-point loss if the Pies are not careful. And moving on to the last game of the first week of finals, we've got the Freo Dockers taking on the Western Bulldogs, Optus Stadium, 8:10 p.m. Vic time. Now the Dockers, $1.51 to get it done, and the Dogs, $2.58 to get it done away from home. Obviously, we saw some brilliant, well, action-packed round of footy in round 23, which saw the Dogs get into the 8, just sneaking into the 8 after, well, the Blues heartbreak 1-point loss against the Pies. So the Dogs lucky to bloody sneak in, that's for sure. I just don't really feel like they're here for the finals. I know they did it in 2016 when they beat the Swans in the granny, coming from 7th on the ladder, but this is a whole different story. They've come into the 8 with a 1 point deciding the 8th position and the 9th position, and I don't see the Dogs competing in this final series this year. If you look at how good the other bloody teams have been. Now, obviously, the Dogs have beaten some pretty impressive top 4, top 8 sides this year. I just don't think in final series all the sides will be switched on, and the Dogs, they just don't deserve the top 8 spot. I feel like if the Blues had it, I reckon we would have a bit more of an entertaining final series. And the Dogs, as I said before, just don't think they deserve the spot in the 8, and we did see the Dockers tear the Dogs to shreds in round 21 or round 21 at Marvel Stadium, which was at the Dogs' home ground. So roles reversed at Optus Stadium in a final. This could get ugly for the Dogs. Obviously, as a Freo fan, I don't want to be too biased, but I feel like this could be the biggest margin out of any of the other games in the first week of finals, which I'd love to see. Obviously, I'll be streaming this game. I should be streaming a few games first week of finals, but this one being the main one, as I am a Freo fan, and I'm going to tip the Dockers to get it done by 42 points. As I said before, we got it done against the Dogs at Marvel Stadium a few weeks back, and if we can do it at their home ground, then we can bloody do it at our home ground, and we should be able to dominate. We've been a bit shaky at home this year. I'd honestly probably feel a bit more confident playing in Melbourne rather than Optus Stadium, but it's nervous times. Obviously, we haven't made the final since 2015, and the Dogs coming off, well, a grand final last year, so they'll be used to the grand final. They'll be used to the finals fever. And, well, the Dockers, we have, obviously, as I just said before, we haven't made the finals in 7 years, and our side is really inexperienced of finals. I think we've only got a few players left who did play in the 2015 finals series. So I'm going to back in the Dockers to get it done. 42 points, and hopefully, well, we can cruise past them. But depending on weather and depending on a lot of other stats, it could be a close game. But hopefully, for Freo's sake, we can get it done on stream, and hopefully we can have a ripper game just to launch us and give us momentum heading further into September. Hopefully we can bloody get this done. I haven't been waiting 7 years for nothing, so hopefully the Dockers can prove a strong performance against the Dogs and get it done by a hefty 42-point gap. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Also, drop your predictions for the first week of finals in the comments below. I want to see what you guys have gone with, just so I can, rank mine compared to yours, see what the fans are saying. So yeah, drop your tips in the comments below. I'll have a look at them. Cheers for watching, guys. Stay tuned for finals content. There should be a few live streams happening this weekend for final week 1. Obviously, I won't be able to attend work on the Friday night, so should be streaming the D's, the Swans, and also a double header on the Saturday, so should be good. Huge weekend of footy to come. Cheers for watching, everyone. Subscribe if you're new. We'll catch you later.